Welcome to this new video and new session basically. And in this session we will be continuing our table thing. So from with the help of tables we will be making forms. Okay, so yeah, I hope your all the doubts of the previous sessions are cleared, and for this session we have selected three assignments, and those assignments are 12th, which is this. We will be making a table like this. Okay, in the form, in the type of a form. Okay, so this is a form, right? After that we will be making a table like this color table. Okay, with uh, with all the basic uh, input types. Okay, and at last we will be making a table or a form like this contact form. Okay, with the help of our table knowledge. So let's start with the first table. So before this, like, let's first of all understand how many rows will be there. Okay, so first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row, seventh row. Okay, so these are the major rows that we will be using. Okay, and let's start making the table. So this is our table. At first we have a td of name. Inside name we have input types, which is of text. Okay, here we can enter a placeholder which is of type first name, right? In the similar fashion we can enter the other input type, which has the placeholder as last name, right? So this is done. Now in the other td, in the other column, we need to enter this: do you have dietary restrictions? Okay, and inside it we are having let's enter br here. Okay, inside it we are having input type equals to radio. Okay, and it has none, right? After that we need to enter a br, and after that we need to enter another, which is vegetarian, right? So this is done. So as you can see, all this part are done now. So our first row is done. Our first row, which till vegetarian, is done. Now let's enter to the second row. So in the second row we have our tr as our td. What is happening? Td as email, and our input type, the type is mail, right? Email. And it has a placeholder saying sample @example.com. Okay, so this part is done now. so we have to work on the column thing. So td, we are entering in the column, so we just have to like import these two things. Okay, so we can just copy paste from here in the similar fashion we have done here. Okay, just name it gluten, GLUTEN and lactose allergy. Okay, so are these two part are also done till our lactose thing. Okay, now let's enter it in the next row, which is which starts from here, tr, and let's enter it in the form of td, gender, input type, which is radio, input type radio, and male. Let's copy paste this same thing and let's change this to female. Okay, so this part is also done. Now in the second td, in the second column, we basically, what we have to do is we just have to td is here, we need to enter the same input type. So let's copy paste from here to this. Okay, so our lactose energy was done, allergy, nut allergy, and selfish allergy, selfish allergy. Okay, so these things are done now. Till here it's done. Our phone was also done. No, our phone was not done. Okay, so in the next we will be adding a phone. What we can do is one, we can just change the configuration a little bit. It's here, it this we can put downside, and this we can put okay, gluten, non vegetarian gluten lactose, non vegetarian gluten lactose nut. Okay, so we just have our selfish allergy left. So in this case we will be placing our selfish allergy in the front of phone, right? So let's make a tr again. A tr is here, we will be entering a td with phone, and input type as blank, or we can set phone is number, right? So this part is also done. Now we come in front of it, so we just need to make a td again and paste that allergy thing here, selfish allergy. So it's perfectly done now. Okay, now moving downwards, so we will be having a tr again. Here we have td again, and emergency contact. It's done. And in the next line we are having an input type of number. So it's done. Now in front of it we have this: what activities will you attend? Okay, so in front of that, like, we have this thing, and we will be entering one more thing. Just add a br and enter an input type which has a type of radio. Okay, and after that radio we have awards gala, awards gala dinner. Okay, so it's done. So we have done till here. This part is done. Now we need to cover the last part. Okay, so in the similar fashion we will be covering our tr thing again. Our emergency contact and 10 awards gala is completed. Now let's enter this. So we have our td again, td. Okay, do you require parking? Okay, so do you require parking? Here it is it. And after that what we need to do is we just need to add a br tag and input type radio, and let's add it here and let's put yes. Okay, so in the similar way we can enter no, right? And in the next td we need to enter the same thing, lunch and all these things. Okay, so we can just copy paste from uh, this basically. So we have our lunch on lunch eon. Okay, and after that let's enter br and again copy paste that particular thing, and after that let's mention the town hall thing. Okay, town hall, right? That thing is done. Now after this let's enter tr again, and here we can enter td. What is your preference? What is your preference? So we are done till here, and here we can just directly enter br tag. Okay, a br tag, and after that input type, the type is radio again, and just enter the single room thing. Okay, so this part is done. This part is also done. Single room, shared room, and the last is no room needed. Okay, done. So we have done our first column. The second column will be like td do. Okay, td do you want to see the list of other BR attendees and their profiles on the official event app. So we are done with this. Now let's enter BR again. So we are in the second line here, and here we can enter our input type, which is type equals to radio. We are done with this. Let's enter a yes, and in similar fashion we can enter the no also. Okay. Here we can enter no. So we are done with this, right? So this is our form basically, and now we have completed our first assignment, right? So this is HR, and if you want to see this in full screen, so this will how it will look. Okay, perfect, a perfect form. Okay, so now we will be entering to the second assignment. So the second assignment is assignment number 13. It is also similar like the assignment number 12, but it has colors, buttons, and text area, and yeah, scrolling thing like. Okay, so let's start with this also. So it's a simple table. Okay, its background color, bg color, it's, we can say it's red or something. Hmm. Just take the color of this. So we just have to choose our assignment number 13. Okay, so we can have our color here. So its X code is this, right? Okay, so its hex color is this. So we can enter and save our table. Okay, now what we need to do is like just need to create the basic structure. So see, for example, our name is here, right? Table tr or td. So name is here, name, just as name is here, and our input type text with placeholder of your name, and yeah, it's done. So first part is done. Now let's come to the second row. Let's come to the second row. So in the similar fashion we can just make and edit it. Okay, so just here we have email, and here we have input type as email. Okay, and placeholder is your mail, right? So this part is also done. Now the third part we can do in the similar fashion. Okay, so here we have password, right? Password, then obviously password will be like this, and let's remove this placeholder in this case. Okay, now similarly let's make other things. Here we have phone number, capital phone number, and phone number will be in number form, and it does not have any placeholder, so let's remove this. And similarly our gender thing, gender, gender, and input type as radio. Input type, let's remove the placeholder for this. Okay, and before this, like, we need to enter mail thing. Okay, mail. Similarly, male, radio button, female radio button, and we have our other, and similarly radio button, right? So this part is done. Now after that, we need to enter this again a tr. We need to enter a language thing, so we need to have a td. Similarly, language, right? So now we have a scrolling thing, we have a drop down list. So how to enter this drop down list? Okay, so for that, let's have a look on this. let's let's have a look on this particular option example from W3 schools. So here we can have our label, and we can have our all the option like select options, so we can use this particular attribute. Okay, so so here what we need to do is, like, we have our language thing, we have written our language thing, now we need to have all these particular things. Okay, so for that we need to have our td again, or it's not tdf, it's td. Okay, so in this we need to have our options thing, select. We don't have cars, so we don't have cars, we have our select option, and here we need to just enter all the details. So language can be value. Okay, language will be like Hindi or English, then English, sorry, Hindi, our Matrabhasha. Okay, here we can have our Marathi, and my favorite language, Telugu. But before this, we forgot to enter one primary and very fundamental language of the world, and that is Sanskrit. Sanskrit. Okay, so yeah, so our drop down thing is also done. Now what we need to do is td and tr. Okay, now we need to enter the zip code thing again. So we are just entering in the zip code. Here we need to enter td zip code, and similarly td input type and type equals to our zip code will be in numbers, right? So this is done. Now similarly what we need to do is like about we need to enter the about section, about thing. Okay, so we are entering again a td, again a td td, and in the td we are having our about. Okay, so in the next td we are having our text area thing. Okay, text area. So our text area thing is also done. Yeah, tr td tr tr and table. We need to refresh this. Okay, so yeah, here we are done. And last, like we have a button, right? So after tr we need to enter a button. So button, before that let's learn about button. And one more thing, we can enter number of rows. How many rows we can enter? 3, or we can enter 5, we can enter 6. Okay, okay, let's not enter 6. And columns equals to how many columns we can have? We can have a 5 columns, right? More than 5 we can enter 10, or we can enter 15. We can have nearly 20, not 20. Okay, okay, 120, it's 120, 20. Okay, so we can have 17 number. Yeah, it's cool now. So yeah, and we can also put down the placeholder. So what, write about yourself. Okay, write about yourself. So this placeholder is not coming. Value, we can write value. Okay, so that is wrong. I think we are using it wrong, in the wrong way. Okay, no problem. So now let's learn about like this button thing. So button and html. So we can enter button like this and give a property. Okay, so button type and its value, right? Okay, let's do one thing. After td what we can do is we have our tr. Okay, at last we can enter again a td. Okay, enter that. Sorry, not tr, we need to have a tr, and in this we need to have a td. So in this we can put a button saying register, right? Register, done. Let's refresh this. It's done. And so yeah, it's done. Or what if we put it outside this column? Okay, so we, it is like this. Okay, now one more thing, like the button, basically register button, is coming in full size. So how we can do that? So to increase the button, we can do, we have this height or width. No, it does not work in this button thing. Okay, no need to shout, man. Again, refresh, and let's study like how we can increase the size of this button, right? So let's have a look on the internet how to increase the size of button in HTML, right? So one way is through CSS, and without CSS, because we till now we have not learned about CSS, so without CSS, okay. So it's saying like we can enter a padding, okay. Hmm. It's saying we can enter a padding thing. Submit button style dot button, okay. Yeah, so we can do an inline CSS, okay. So we can just edit this particular thing. Let's move to our beautiful cursor and all these things. Right side, left side, okay. We can just use our inline CSS as style, height and width. Height we can give it 15 pixels. Let's refresh it. Width we can give 100%. Height is small, okay. What pixel? 15, 150 pixels, okay. So it's changing, right? So here we can give 70, not 70, even less than that. 50 will be good. 50, okay. Let's enter 35. 35 is cool basically, okay. Now what we can do is like we can also give it width. So width we can give 100%, right? Width we can give it uh width we can give it what is happening. Okay. Here we can give it width equals to 100%, and let's save it and let's refresh it. Okay, it's not working. What happened? Pixels, the syntax was wrong. Okay, similarly, so it's not working in a way we want it to. So let's get back to the internet thing. It was saying style, okay, we need to give it in this way, right? So we can just copy paste this thing, okay. Let's copy paste, right? Okay, so our we can just directly copy paste from the internet. So here it is. And why it's not working? style. Okay, so it's getting better. So we can also give 100%. Okay, we can give 100%, but it's not coming again. So we need to give it like 400 pixels. It's too right. It's too right. Okay, 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 okay. So one more thing, like what is happening is we are entering the button in our TR, right? So we can give it outside the table. So we just remove this. Okay, remove this, remove this, and this we can. Okay. After that, we are entering a BR. Here we can enter a button. Okay. So we can remove this TD again, right? But it's coming outside our table. What we need to do is intra. Hmm. Okay, okay. We can give a spanning basically. And this TR we can give a spanning. Okay. So we have entered a TR. We are entering a TD, and here we can give a spanning, right? And which type of spanning we need, row or column? So we need a column spanning. It will be giving us a 2. Okay, so here we can just enter our button thing. One more time, button and type equals to button. You can enter the name of the button is register, register, and now we can give the styling thing. Okay, so styling, inline styling, width equals to, array, width equals to 100%. No, sorry, the command is wrong. 100%. So yeah, now it's done. Okay, so one more thing, we can give a height of say 40 pixels. 40%. Okay, so it's working now. So we can give a height of 40 pixels, right? So it will be enough 40, or we can give it to 335. Okay, so it's fine now. So our basic name, email, password, phone number, gender, language, zip code, and also our about section and register is done. Okay, in order to make it more visible, we can do so. Okay, it's already a 40-minute video, so I hope like all the concepts are covered, or like you might have understood something from this video. So we have made forms. One more thing is like we will be giving some more edits in the next video to this table, but in this session we were only able to complete these two tables, right? So we are having now 3 more assignments left, and we will be covering it in the next session, right? So I hope all the concepts were good. You might have learned something new from this, and thank you guys. Let's meet in the next session. Thank you.